Booni and Joe Sports Channel proudly present Respect Women 110% t-shirts. These shirts come in 4 different colors: blue, pink, green, and yellow. These shirts cost exactly $25 US and Canadian. With each purchase, $5 will be donated to the Women's Breast Cancer Research Awareness. And don't forget, every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go to YouTube and search up Joe Sports Channel to catch up on new sports news and any special guests that may appear. And if you want to purchase more merchandise, go to joebooney48.wixsite.com/merch.
Welcome, folks, to Joe Sports Channel. You can follow me on Joe the Fighting Joe on Instagram. You can follow me on Taker Devil and hashtag Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls of all ages, to all the wonderful and fantastic, sexy, pinata, beautiful Booni believers, it is April 30th, 2022, and I hope you all are having a fantastic evening, but especially in my great hometown and city, London, Ontario, Canada. I hope the Booni believers in the chat and the Booni believers backstage are excited for tonight. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's been wondering, Joe, what's the big announcement? And I'm going to have a sip of water and announce this and bring everybody up at the same time. So give me a moment. Folks, as my heart races, as things start to just think in my mind, folks, I am going on a trip on May 13th, 2022 for 2.5 months to my country, Lebanon. Over 2.5 months from May 13th, 2022 to August 4th. And as I say these words, emotion, happy, and I'm going to miss you guys very much. I'm going to try my best to see each and every one of you guys on Saturday. I know the internet down there is not the same as North America, but I'm going to try my best. And look at this. I don't take anything for granted. I don't take anything for granted from the Booni believers, from Rita, from Ing, from Sicilian, from Johnny Be Good, from my father, from Mr. John Laurinaitis. I don't take anything for granted. And as I welcome everyone tonight, this is going to be one special show. It's an occasion, the Ultimated Sports Quiz. So guys, let's welcome each and everyone in. Ladies and gentlemen, from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Rita, from Victoria, British Columbia, Ing, from Vancouver, British Columbia, Sicilian, Johnny Be Good, from London, Ontario, Canada, and my beautiful, sexy pinata father, the one, the only, a.k.a. Moormeister. Good evening, folks, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening.
I'm not from Victoria. I live with Sicilian. Just saying.
I know.
White Rock, to be more specific.
White Rock, yes.
White
I say
Rock,
on
British
purpose.
Columbia.
Amen, fratello mia.
I say on purpose to get under the German skin. I love doing that each and every single Saturday. I love that.
You're good at it.
I am. And how you guys all doing tonight?
Great. Thank you.
Excellent.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you
Looking
very much.
forward to seeing the pictures that you're going to be sending.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I'm gonna miss you guys for very, very much. 2.5 months from let's say May 13th to August 4th, just under 3 months. And as I say, I don't take anything for granted. This is truly an honor, and I can't wait to start this quiz. And it's absolutely a pleasure to have all you beautiful people with me tonight on this special occasion of the Ultimated Quiz. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready to rumble? And let me know when you guys are ready, and I will be ready.
Ready.
Cecilian, you're looking sharp, brother.
Just for you, Joe.
Appreciate it, my friend.
The new glasses.
I love it. Okay, guys, here we go. Gretzky set the NHL record for the fewest games needed to score 50 goals in a season in 1981-82. How many games did he need? A, 25, B, 32, C, 27, or D, 39? Remember the private chat, Momeister. Guys have 1 minute.
I think I'm wrong.
We all got different answers.
No,
It
there's
is
three.
C. It is Rita. Rita is the right one. You get a point,
Oh.
Rita. Congratulations. Pretty good.
That's
For
why I
Rita.
See?
hate Gretzky. Yeah,
It
that's
is
why I
C,
hate him.
yes.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
She was the first one to speak. I call mistrial.
Why do you
No,
call
I
this
was the
wrong?
second one to put it in the chat, though.
It was after she typed Sicilian.
I see Ing A. I see Rita C. I see Johnny Be Good B. And I see Sicilian A. and Momeister A.
Everybody had a different answer.
I thought it was 25, to be quite honest with you.
Me too.
I did too until I Googled it, actually.
It was a toss-up between the 25 and the 27 because in those days, the scoring wasn't that high until Gretzky came
Yes.
into the picture.
Yes.
Yeah. What year did the NHL start? A, 1903, B, 1906, 1906, C, 1930, 1931, or D, 1917?
You beat me.
It is D. It's Sicilian. You get the point for that, brother.
Oh. I think it was when the actual league started. They were playing before that, but I think I thought of it after the league.
So that means Vancouver actually won the NFL once, NHL, because the Vancouver Millionaires, didn't they
Yes.
win? They did. I know that's a shock for you, Johnny B. But no, but it's true.
It was only Ottawa and Montreal in those days.
The Canadians have not won a Stanley
Vancouver
Cup
Millionaires is a team in the NHL, and they won it. If 1917 is the answer, then the Vancouver Millionaires won the NHL in 1 year. Who's got a
The
Google?
Canadians have not won a Stanley Cup title in 28 years. What was their longest title drought before current one? A, 13 years, B, 15 years, C, 17 years, or D, 19 years?
I love seeing everybody with a different answer.
I do too. It's amazing. It's math thinking right now.
No, Johnny Be Good and I have the same answer.
Do you see my answer there?
do. I do.
See,
I
read it.
do. And it's actually D. It's Johnny Be Good, 1917.
Did you
No,
say
Good man,
13
Johnny.
years. 13.
Oh, Johnny.
D or B?
Sorry,
Joe,
I've got-
B as in
It's
baby
A,
or
it's
D as
A.
in
Sicilian
dad?
is the right. A. 13.
Did you see? Do you see my answer there?
Yes,
A.
I do.
Oh, Sicilian. Okay.
Yours is B.
Yeah, I'm B.
And they have to eat some humble pie. Johnny Be Good, you're right. Vancouver Millionaires won in 1915. And 1917 is when the
I didn't even
NHL
know Vancouver had a team in those days.
Vancouver Millionaires.
Yeah.
The only ones I remember, Ottawa, I think Toronto, and
Yes.
Montreal.
But it was dismantled. The Canucks cannot say we are basing it on them. So that was nothing for a long time.
Yeah, it was 13 years. That was a drought. Do you remember that Johnny Be Good?
Well, I was trying to think back because I know they've been pretty consistent with every 10. I think it was every 10 years. I thought so. I was actually surprised those number. I was looking for a 10 on initially, so that's why I went with 15 as the even number.
Gordie Howe holds the record as the oldest player to play in the NHL. How old was he when he played his final game? A, 48, B, 44, C, 51, or D, 52?
Oh, Rita's always a step ahead.
That's why women are not. Listen.
Oh no, they're not Meister.
Oh, well, listen. I never.
It
win
is
against
D.
women.
It is 52. Sicilian gets that.
Ah, that was 51 or 52. I
Wow.
wasn't sure.
I got it too. What's the matter for you?
Wow.
It's the first person who says it. Mom.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't
And they
sure if
did-
the Syracuse Crunch counted or not.
And they didn't even have helmets back then. You made it.
Gordie Howe, actually, I love the guy on the ice, but especially off the ice. Just incredible. An incredible guy.
Yeah, and playing in Houston with his two sons, I think that's quite amazing. I don't know if that feat's been duplicated or not.
Yeah,
He did a lot for charity,
he did.
especially. Yeah.
He was a good guy. He played for Detroit for years, and I didn't have the chance to watch him, but
He even still lived in Detroit after he was retired.
there's nobody currently right now that is older than the 52 mark that is playing. Jaromir Jagr was 44 when he retired, and now he wants to come back to the
I
NHL.
think he's still playing, not professionally. He's still playing.
He's playing for the Czech. He's playing for the Czech Republic.
That's right. Yeah.
Down in his country. Which number one first overall draft pick refused to play for the Quebec Nordiques? A. Matt Sundin, B. Owen Nolan, or C. Eric Lindros?
Everybody knows that one.
No, I don't.
It is C. Eric Lindros, and we're going to give that to Johnny Be Good as he says that.
As soon as I saw the question, I knew the answer. I still remember him standing there refusing to put the jersey on. I thought, what a jerk.
You got me by one short stroke on that one, Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, I know. I thought everybody was going to beat me. It was one of those where you're looking for the letter.
Yeah.
I think that's why I said everybody knew the answer.
On C. I had it on C.
All right. Oh, Ing. Oh no, Ing. Owen Nolan. I don't.
What did Ing pick? I'm curious what Ing picked.
Did Owen Nolan not accept? I don't remember.
I thought it was B.
I did B.
It was Eric Lindros.
Yeah, I remember Eric refusing. I wasn't sure. I don't remember the draft for Owen Nolan if he accepted or rejected. But
Eric Lindros was probably one of the best defensemen back then. If he had a career longer, without this concussion,
for sure.
he would be in the history books still today. Like people be talking about even more. But unfortunately, the concussions and so much stuff that's gone with Eric Lindros, unfortunately, he's not playing in it anymore.
yeah, Scott Stevens put him away too.
How many times did Mario Lemieux score 8 points in a game? A, 4, B, 3. What?
Oh. Sorry,
Who is first?
What is CA? What is that? I don't
Sorry, my fingers are supposed to be in the I'm making up.
No, he answered the next question already too.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Anyway.
What's weird is I answered 3 instead of B.
I see that. I see that.
That's worse than Johnny Be Good.
Yeah, but you should still get it.
Gonna lose for that.
I met the friend.
And it's B3.
Yeah.
It's Sicilian. I gotta say Sicilian.
Hey, I'm ahead of Sicilian.
So am I. I did
Yeah,
B
read it.
before Sicilian.
No, I don't see. I see the lot. You said B at 10:44. I have the times right here. You did. You said B 10:44. Then Johnny B. Good said 10:45 CA. Then Rita said 10:45 B, and A, B, and C. So I'm okay. I'll do this.
See Rita.
I'll give Sicilian a point, and
Oh.
I'll give Rita the point as well, just to make it fair, so you guys don't go and talk how bad.
Hi,
Joe
Tyler. Joe.
Well, let him up. Like he has a shorter time to answer, but
Who's? I don't see anybody backstage. Nobody's backstage.
you
He's
don't
still
see my
looking for
answers
I mean,
either.
he's still looking for a shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Throw him the paint one on. He can do body paint.
Tyler, if it's not a dress shirt, make sure it's a shirt, please.
Make sure it's a tropical shirt.
There we go.
That's a
Just no body paint, right? No.
nobody.
Yeah.
How about this, Tyler? I'll make an agreement with you, brother. Just for you, brother, because we used to go to school together. Finish the hockey questions. I'll bring up for the football questions.
Oh.
Deal, Tyler? Just because I'm in the
No.
middle of this. Sounds good, brother.
Wings.
Looking good over there.
That's pretty tough.
How many goals did Bobby Orr score in his final year of the NHL? A6, B11, C13.
Oh, Sicilian bean.
C, B, B, B. B.
Put in an A. I dare you.
Tyler did.
It is C13, ladies and gentlemen. That is a point for Ing.
Is it B?
B or C?
It's C13.
Oh, C. Ah, okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
About time, Ing. About time.
B
It's
for
about
Bob.
time.
Yeah.
I knew I was wrong.
I
when
didn't know
typed
any
in
answer
B.
yet that I knew. I have to say.
You just sat back and waited and chose the one nobody else picked.
Or like that.
Exactly.
Try to be or like that.
There's a strategy.
Too bad it's timed.
I should leave on a high note. 1 point. See you guys. Okay, let's go.
While you're ahead, right? No,
You okay, Ing? You just relax, buddy. Sit back. I like the boss suit. It's looking good on you. Just calm down, my friend. Getting too excited.
It's a charge suit because it's for oversized men. I don't fit in my boss suits anymore. But hey, otherwise I'm fine. Why don't you just keep doing
Okay, thank you. I'm the host, so just relax. Sit back. Thank you. I'm kidding. Who was the only player to win the Hart Memorial Trophy as a league MVP during a season that played for two different teams? A. Eddie Shore, B. Alexander Ovechkin, the Russian, or C. Joe Thornton?
Joe has to Google it first.
I don't Google. I know my knowledge. Thank you very much. It's actually C, actually, Ing. That is for you, my friend.
I'm on a roll.
You are 2 for 2 right now.
Not like Nylander, right, Rita?
Does Momeister, do you need to come up with it to just
No, it wasn't
kind of
B.
cool down?
I thought I
Momeister?
answered before. I thought I got C.
Okay, so let
Check
me,
the timing. Check the timing, bro.
I am, my friend.
Yeah.
It's at 10:49.
10:49 and
It's 10:50 now. You said it after Rita, so it's whoever says it first. This is the trick of the game. You have to be really fast.
I was before Rita. Mo.
Rita was wrong. Rita said B. It was not B.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Do you want
Yeah.
that point, Mo?
Joe Thornton, he had
And,
Yeah,
and
no,
while,
no,
and
no,
while
no.
we can, while we confirm that Ing is on a roll, it's got nothing to do with his love handles. I just want to make that perfectly clear.
Oh,
Amen, brother. Amen. We should have a live stream on that.
Gentlemen, one final hockey question, and I want everybody to be really quick on this one. Here we go. Who was the first African-American hockey player named to Team USA Olympics roster? A, Seth Jones, B, Dustin Bufflin, or C, Jordan Greenway?
You beat me, Ing.
if you're right.
I apologize, Rita.
I gotta say, wow, it's actually Momeister. It was C, Jordan Greenway.
Jordan Green?
At least I got one.
Jordan Greenway.
I didn't even know. I wasn't sure who that was.
Thanks a
Got
lot for
Miranda in the chat. Hello, Miranda.
Hi,
Welcome
Miranda.
aboard.
Mo, thank you for hitting at my hat trick. Thank you.
You like that?
Tyler, you ready, brother?
I do, sir.
I don't see Ty. Is he on the?
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's
from
like a
St.
ghost.
Thomas,
He's a
Ontario,
ghosting us
Canada,
here.
the one, the only good friend of mine, Tyler.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, Tyler.
Hi, sorry.
Hi,
I was trying
Tyler.
to look for dress shirt and I couldn't find one.
Good to
It's
see you,
okay.
Tyler. You're fine. You're just fine.
Joe, how'd you like those dingers I was hitting earlier?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. This guy, he knows how to pitch. He's a future of the New York Yankees, ladies and gentlemen. The future of the New York
In
Yankees.
10 minutes.
Okay, now we're getting into football. Let's put this away because hockey's done. Let's sign that.
Downhill now.
So, if everybody wants to know who won the NHL questions, so let's do the math. 1, 2, 3.
It was Ing.
1. Sicilian won the questions for hockey, so that's a winner for Sicilian. Congratulations, brother.
Congrats.
Where's it? Okay.
I got lucky.
Yeah, that's
wasn't
how
here,
I
but
see
congratulations.
it, Sicilian. That's how I see it.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yep.
Sure.
What team won 3 Super Bowls in the 90s? A, 49ers, B, Cowboys, C, Patriots, or D, Broncos? 10:53 p.m. Eastern time.
It was the Cowboys. I put 49ers. What the hell?
Yeah, I put Cowboys.
I should have picked my 49ers, but I know they didn't win 3 times.
Just putting there, looking at the times. Just give me one moment, please.
I think it's Rita.
Well, was it the Patriots or the Broncos? They only have 2.
Yes, I'm just looking at the times because a couple of people were kind of quick.
I'm the only one
It's
that's
actually, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Cowboys. It's B, actually.
I was going to say,
Let's
I
go.
was 49ers, so
Let's
I don't
go.
remember the Cowboys winning.
And that goes to Tyler.
So that would
Oh,
be
that would have been the
Tyler.
Jimmy Johnson era. Jimmy Johnson era then.
So I'm gonna
Pretty
do
Last
good
that.
era.
It's the last time they won the Super Bowl.
My finger wouldn't allow me to hit the Cowboys.
No, that's okay.
That's a smart finger.
Yes.
Might as well go lay down.
How many games
Make
made
sure
up in
you
the
put your-
NFL regular season schedule in 1982? A, 14 games, B, 16 games, or C, 9 games?
Well, A, B, and C.
It's always been B.
A, B, and C.
It's Rita, it's C, 9 games.
9?
What the hell?
Really?
Strike- that
Nine
was the strike
nine
season?
games?
And you will see right here the facts right here.
It was the strike season. I
The
think.
1982 NFL season was fused from a 16-game schedule to a 9-game schedule. As a
Funny, that's
result.
what we picked, right?
I thought about
16
that
days.
after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't see it. I did not know that until I actually Googled it. I actually thought it was. Let's go back to the question. I thought it was 14 games, but 9 games. That's not much.
I don't know much about the 80 seasons. That's when the San Francisco 49ers were.
There you go.
Who was the first player in NFL history to pass the 400-yard throw, 4 TD passes, and rush for 50 yards in a single game? A. Michael Vick, B. Steve Young, or C. Deshaun Watson?
Opened a bottle of beer and ran it down the room. He ordered pizza the same night. After he saw it, she dumped his.
I think it's A.
Yeah, I think it's A. I think it's Michael Vick.
Dominic was in the kitchen with them crying.
It is actually C. Deshaun Watson.
Really?
Ing, 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 ing.
Hey, good job, Ing.
Yeah,
Steve would have
national
done it before.
football. I played like bingo. I just pick a number.
That's me with hockey.
That I did know. I don't know as much than you.
Don't you remember that? It was Deshaun Watson. He had
No,
that
I do
unbelievable
actually,
game.
yes.
I just figured somebody would have done it before him, at least Michael Vick or
Yeah.
Steve Young.
Yes, I knew that, but I'm not too knowledgeable. about
Against
it.
which team did the Saints record the first shutout? A. The Bills, B. 49ers, or C. The Browns?
I'm going to take a second to actually think on this one.
You got 1 minute, brother.
I suck at football.
That makes you a good Canadian.
You know, I'm a good Canadian too. What do we know? Hockey.
Yeah. No, but
I don't
Johnny
know-
B.
I don't know
Good
nothing
knows
about
a lot
hockey.
about football.
Yeah, Johnny B. Good knows a lot about football, and Johnny B. Good is right with this answer. It is the Bills. It's
My
A.
finger wouldn't allow me to pick B.
Your finger is not allowing you to pick a lot of things tonight, Johnny B. Good. What's going on over there?
I don't know.
Anything that's
Was the Bell said it, and I know it wasn't to them, so I said it, and I figured it was the Browns or the Bills, but
I went with the safe guess. I said the Browns.
yeah.
You said what?
I used
said the
King
Browns.
strategy. I waited to pick last.
My favorite question. Go Packs, go baby. What was Vince Lombardi's career record as a Green Bay Packer head coach? A, 98, 30, and 4, or B, 77, 53, and 3?
Oh my goodness, I shouldn't guess.
Holy camole, holy camole, holy camole. Wow.
Are you okay, Joe?
Thanks for asking. I'm fine. I'm just, making
Checking.
sure everything is okay.
Checking. Yeah.
Just checking. Thanks for checking up on me, brother. I'll let you know when I'm dying, okay?
It will be 30 years after me.
Okay. As a nice guy myself, I'm going to give it to 2 people because they said exactly both at the same time. Mo Meister, it is A, and Johnny B. Good, it is A. So I'll give you guys a point each.
I don't know much about Green Bay history, so that's why I picked B.
Oh,
And which season was Dan Marino named the NFL Most Valuable Player? A, first season, B, second season, or C, third season?
oh, everybody beat me.
BB3, BC.
Anybody pick A?
The answer is B, second season. And again, we have Rita and Mo Meister. I gave you guys a point of both.
No.
I'm gonna give it to
Ing too.
Oh. Ing too. There's Ing, Mr. and myself, all at 9.
Okay.
You gotta check the seconds.
I am.
Yeah, I was
looking
going
at
to
the
say
clock.
you need
I'm
the
looking at
second
clock. 11 p.m. 11
Oh,
p.m.
right.
That's one thing that I like.
Of all of them,
Oh,
I
right,
was
because you're 2 hours.
last, so
Okay.
you don't have to give me a point.
What are your guys? I want to ask Johnny Be Good thoughts on Dan Marino as a quarterback that played for the Miami Dolphins. What do you think of Dan Marino as a legacy?
Well, I mean, loved beating him in the Super Bowl, but I do think he was one of the great quarterbacks of that era, as much as Joe Montana. So, I mean, seeing him and Joe Montana in the Super Bowl, I mean, that was one of my greatest memories. Yeah, no, fantastic. I think as a person and as a player, and continues to. I think he's coaching or he's still involved with the Dolphins. So, but yeah, obviously a highlight. I felt bad for him in a sense that he didn't win a Super Bowl because I thought he'd still have more opportunities. But of course, I think it was his heel or his Achilles got him eventually. But yeah, just a great man and a great legend.
One of the quickest releases of all time, too.
Yeah, I mean Clayton and Duper, again, 2 great receivers to work with. As much I don't know about the run game, but I mean had definitely great receivers. And a cannon of an arm, yeah, and accuracy. So I mean, you couldn't ask for much more from a quarterback. That's why it'd be interesting to see with the draft Kenny Pickens out of Pittsburgh. So see if he's going to follow in his footsteps.
Mm-hmm. In which round of the NFL draft did the Panthers choose wide receiver Steve Smith? A, 4, B, 3rd, or C, 2nd? The answer is B, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd season, and that is Johnny Be Good.
Dang, I am.
King strategy's
losing out.
working.
I don't know. Steve Smith, thoughts on him? Anybody?
Again, I like listening to him as a sportscaster, knowledgeable, and again, he wasn't the tallest receiver, but boy, he sure made impactful plays. Great man and a great player too.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Loved beating him in the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, I think another great player that didn't get to got to the Super Bowl but didn't win.
Which team did the Vikings defeat 37-13 in their first ever regular season game? A, the Bears, B, the Packers, C, the Lions, or D, the Buccaneers?
So you end up beat.
Didn't everybody beat the Lions?
No, not everybody. You guys are all wrong.
It
What?
was the Bears, wasn't it?
It was the Chicago Bears. Hey.
Oh, nobody picked.
Wow.
No.
I was going to pick A, but then I saw everybody else picking D, so I was just like, you know what? Maybe it is the Bucks.
Not the Bucks. Bucks are one of the Bucks are a newer team than these other teams. Like,
Yeah, that's why I figured it had to be a divisional game. Usually, first game of the season. So I just went with the Lions. That seemed to make more sense. But
one last question for the Ultimate Sports Quiz, and guys, be quick on this one. This is a really good question. What was the final team that Vince Lombardi coached? A, the Bears, B, the Washington Redskins as the Washington Commanders.
She may never see Dominic again. She tries to take him away because his friend is a lawyer. So she's terrified that he'll charge her with kidnapping.
I picked the wrong team.
The answer is B, the Washington Redskins, and we see a lot of B's and we see a lot of times. So
Mo.
Johnny Be Good saying B. We got Sicilian saying B, and we got Ing saying B.
and
So we're
And
gonna give
Momeister.
And your dad.
Oh,
And your
Meister as
dad.
well.
So we're gonna give Momeister. We're gonna give Johnny Be Good, and we're gonna give Sicilian as well. Okay, folks.
Man, no
Dang, we
Patriots
suck at
questions?
this one.
I'm
That
proud
wraps
of it.
I
Wait,
couldn't
I'm
see him
proud of
going
it.
to a rival team like Brett Favre did.
That wraps up the ultimate sports quiz trivia. Thoughts on that, guys?
That was fun. That was
It's
good.
fun.
It was fun for the NFL section.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, and I always learn more about football when I have the wrong answers. So like it's very educational to me. No, but yeah, I'm a bit behind because it wasn't the center of my life. It was soccer until I immigrated. So yeah, but I'm interested in it, but by no means
So I need some World
know
Cup.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So as we do the math up right now, let me get my calculator out and see exactly who is the winner.
So,
You should
Well,
have
those
this
adding-
intermission music, like in an elevator.
we need the Jeopardy music right there. Do, 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 do.
Da, da,
Yeah.
da, da.
Yeah, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he would get the copyright for that.
Oh, that's right.
Aaron Rodgers would get all the money.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner from Vancouver, British Columbia. He's 2 for 2. The one, the only, the sexy pinata, Sicilian. Congratulations, brother.
Wow,
Congratulations.
you won both.
I thought he was talking about Ing.
Oh,
It's
well,
okay, Ing, I'll
I'm
share
the
it with
winner
you,
by
Ing.
looks.
Ing, I'll share it with you when I swing by White Rock. We'll go out for a lunch. On me.
I will adopt you, Sicilian. You will never leave my house again. We have the fun of our lives. No, we have to
I
hook
gotta
up
say,
soon.
I gotta say one thing. Joe's got me right by my beautiful mom. Right there. That's my beautiful
Yeah.
mom.
I was wondering. I was going to ask who that beautiful lady was there.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Sorry for your loss.
And she, I was just saying to somebody the other day, she talks to me every day, and just as of late, my mindset isn't exactly 100% all the time, and it's the old saying, like when things come at you from different directions, and they're negative things. Well, you react and you make bad choices. And I could hear my mom saying behind, like in my mind saying, don't, you know better. So I get grounded every time I hear that voice. And as of late, she's really been talking to me a lot. And it's incredible that they're not here, but in spirit, your mind, we as individuals, we are a fascinating being, and I'm still able to communicate in that sense of the word. And I really miss her. And I thank you, Joe, for putting her up there. That's an absolute blessing and a lot of respect coming from you. And I appreciate that, Joe.
My
You
pleasure.
feel the presence.
Sicilian, you can never replace a mother or father,
No.
Second, there's two things in life that you should look at. First of all, God is number one, and second is your mother. And your mother is everything. Without your mother and father, you wouldn't be in this world. And as I broadcast tonight in honor of your mother is watching right now, and she knows that you won this ultimate quiz. And everything was already scripted. Everything was already set.
I just heard her say, "You're so damn lucky."
Yeah, she said that. I just, it's very nice.
She was
to
a
have-
funny woman.
She was definitely.
It's very nice to have people that can share stories of their mother. And unfortunately, your mother is not with us. But if your mother was here right now, I would say, what is your mom's name? Anyways, by the way,
Maria. Her name was Maria.
I would say, dear Maria, hon, you raised a fantastic son, and may God bless his soul. And I wish him nothing but success. He's a great man, and I love him with all my bottom of my heart, as like an uncle. That's what I would
I
say.
wouldn't be where I'm at, Joe, without her guidance. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Well, as they say, behind every great man is a good woman.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Guys, now let's move on to the National Hockey League playoffs. Last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the original 6 Boston Bruins to face off against the back-to-back champions, Tampa Bay Lightning. I want Cecilian's thoughts first. Lightning Leafs Monday night at the Scotiabank Arena. Andrea Vasilevsky versus Jack Campbell. We trust. Thoughts on that, brother? Take the floor.
Well, I mean, I think you said it well in the end. In Campbell, we trust, of course, because goaltending is important in a game, but you've got to have a team that's firing on all cylinders. The Toronto Maple Leafs have really surprised me this last season. They're a much better team. There's really some great communication there. And I predict it's going to be a close game. But I think that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to be on top of the heap at the end of the 60 minutes of play. I don't think it's going to go into overtime. I think they're going to win, not by a lot of goals, but if they can maintain what they're doing and their goaltending is intact as it has been, I think we're going places on Monday.
Second question to ask you. Are the Leafs winning this series 5-6 games, or is it going to sudden death overtime? I mean, and that means game 7.
I don't think it's going to go to game 7. I think it's going to go in 6 games. I really do. I know that Johnny B. Good put up 7, but I think they're going to do it in 6. I'm optimistic, but I'm going to go with my gut, and my optimism says 6 games.
6 games. Rita?
7.
Monday night. 7.
7 games. It's going to go all 7 games. They have to. They're going to keep us on our toes.
I don't want to.
And they're going to prove to us.
I don't want to see game 7.
I don't want to see game 7.
Who's your sponsor,
Come on
Rita?
now.
You always think
I don't have
about
a
money.
sponsor.
We suck in game 7.
It's going to be tough going against the defending champs and Vasilevsky and net. And the coaching, too. I mean, look at John Cooper. I mean, he's got a lot of experience going against Sheldon Keefe. So I hope Keefe has them ready. I mean, Toronto's got a great team. I really hope they can, pull it out in 6 or 7. I'll be cheering for them. So, but it's gonna be a tough series either way.
Oh, for sure.
I think Leafs in 6.
I think Leafs in 6, Tyler.
6?
How about you,
I mean,
Andy? What are you calling, my friend?
I'm with Rita too. From here on out, every game will be a battle. It will be a lot of goals, and it will be very close. You just wait because they all know how to skate.
They got to get Marner going too.
Yes.
Yes.
Look,
I'm sad. I'm sad to say that I want it to be Leafs in 6 because I'm a Bruins fan and we just got slapped.
Well, would have been a better series with the Bruins.
Thanks for caring, Tyler. Thank you.
As I look at the schedule and I see Monday, May 2nd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we get 2 games at the Scotiabank Arena. And I look at the schedule. We go on the road. Game 3, that's Friday, May 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I really believe the Toronto Maple Leafs will win their first game. And the second game, I hope Toronto, but I think Tampa Bay is going to come out really strong.
I just realized you're going to be away when the series is going on.
Thursday, if there's a game 6 on Thursday, I could still watch it. No matter
42
what.
games, 7 games per.
I will be watching game 7 no matter what. If I'm on the airplane, if I'm just getting off the airplane, my phone will be connected to 5G or whatever the hell's down there. So,
No, but you were saying earlier, Joe, that you have, doubts with Wi-Fi. Trust me, in the Middle East, you're really connected to social media. You just wait.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I haven't done since I was 9 years old.
They are set up.
Yeah.
Just fine. So you have to live stream. Because I think he just wants to cop out and say, "Oh, I didn't have a connection." No. You're gonna live stream when you're in Lebanon.
I'm taking my laptop. If I can pick this up and take it with me to Beirut, Lebanon, then I would. I wish I could. Leafs are going to win in 6. I'm calling Leafs in 6, and the only reason I'm saying 6 because I really believe that Austin Matthews is going to go just crazy in the playoffs. Him and Marner, those two were expected to see something big. Last year, Marner was terrible. Last year, Matthews was so. We need to see these guys step up. The playoffs, this is the real season. That was the exhibition. That was the preseason. This is the real season now. This is when it all counts. 60 goals. It's on the line. Prove to the world, prove to Leaf Nation, prove to the National Hockey League that you are this player that will commit with the Toronto Maple Leafs and beat them in 6 games in Tampa Bay, Florida.
It's doable.
I'd like to see it.
It is doable. Absolutely is doable. And I want to actually bring up the schedule for all the teams. And I'd like to kind of do like a...
Should go through all the series. Who do you think the winners will be?
Yeah, let's do playoff schedule. Okay, so our final game, the regular season, is tomorrow, Sunday, May 1st. The Seattle Krakens and Winnipeg Jets. That doesn't mean anything. Both teams are gone from the playoffs. It's at 2 p.m. on TSN Network if you guys are interested in that game. TSN 3. So we got Monday, May 2nd. We got the Boston Bruins and Carolina Hurricanes. And Tyler, this is going to be a tough one. What do you think of this whole series? Are you guys going to win at least one in Carolina?
Well, I mean, I hope we take them out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was born into a Bruins family. Of course, I'm going to support my Bruins all the way. I'm all Boston teams, baby, even the Red Sox.
Johnny, be good. Boston or Carolina?
Well, as much as we call Carolina the jerks, and we don't like either them or Boston, the only reason I kind of like Boston is for Bobby Orr and Don Cherry, out of respect. But other than that, I mean, Carolina finished the top team. There's a reason they're the top team. I think Boston's really going to miss Rask in the playoffs, which is really who pulled them through the last couple of years. So, I mean, got to go with Carolina. They got Anderson in net, who's always good. So I think that'll be interesting if Toronto and Carolina face up the next round with Anderson in net.
Eng, Bruins, Hurricanes.
I wish the Bruins for Tyler, but I'm with Johnny B. Good. Carolina, it's just a better team.
Oh, Ing, I'm praying. I'm praying. That
I'm praying.
Pull it out.
Tyler, I get you. And you know what? It's not over yet. That's the good thing about sports. Whatever we say might not happen, So, yeah. But I think Carolina has the better cards. Just saying. Yeah.
If the Bruins want to make this series, they have to win at least one game in Carolina. If they lose 2, it's going to be very tough coming back. It's possible, but it's going to be very tough coming back. Sicilian, I know you like Bobby Orr. I know you respect the original 6 Bruins. Hurricanes or Bruins on this one?
I think I'm gonna go with Boston Bruins. I mean, with Bobby Orr being probably one of the best defensemen of all time, Don Cherry, who can almost dress as good as me, I've got to go. I've got to go with the Bruins, man, all the way.
Now, are you calling this a slugfest? Is it going to be really tough, or?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, any of these games is going to be tough when you're in the playoffs. They're in it for one thing, and they're in it to win. So it's gonna be a bit of a dogfight. Boston is always known to be a bunch of dogfighters. I mean, they're a good team. We're not going to discount anything from the Hurricanes. I mean, they're there to win too. So I'm gonna put my money on the Boston Bruins.
Hey, thanks for that, Sicilian. Appreciate that.
Rita, I know you like the Bruins yourself. You said that's your second team. You're a Leafs fan. What are you saying for this one? Bruins or Hurricanes?
Boston. Boston's going to win.
The series?
Boston Bruins.
I'm picking the Carolina Hurricanes myself, just because the advantage they have in an unbelievable season. I think it would be heartbreaking if the Hurricanes lose this series.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Carolina, they got everything going. They got defense, they got goaltending, and Frederick Anderson, a former Maple Leaf, went for cheap dirt money over there. They got offense, they got a great coach, great organization. I'm picking the Hurricanes to win in 6. The only way the Bruins are going to make this series, I'll repeat myself for the final time, believe me, is if they win 1 game in Carolina. If they lose 2, they will lose in 5 or 6, but they'll lose in 6 in my eyes. Now we got the St. Louis Blues against Marc-Andre Fleury and the Minnesota Wild. I'm first going to say, yeah, I'm picking Minnesota. Really good on defense, and they got some superstars on that offense as well. I'm picking the Wild in 5, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler?
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go Blues in 6.
Johnny, be good.
Boy, this is. I think it's going to be a tough. This is going to be a slugfest. I mean, you got the Blues with the veteran experience. They're not the same team they were when they won the Stanley Cup. I'm going to give the edge to Minnesota in this one, even though St. Louis is good in the pipes too. So I'm going to give the edge to Minnesota. Let's see if Fleury can be the difference for him.
Cillian and Eng, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm with Johnny B. Good on this one. It's going to be a slugfest. I think it's going to go the full 7, to be quite honest.
I think
it's going to go all the way. It's going to be, just back to back, one here, one there, one here, one there. But it's going to go the full 7.
And some overtime games.
Yeah. And I mean, ultimately, you got a veteran club like the St. Louis Blues, but I think it's going to be the Wild that's going to take it in 7. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you thinking of this one? Because Minnesota, we watched a couple games against Minnesota, Toronto, Minnesota, a couple games against St. Louis too, and you said these 2 teams are really good teams. I'm interested in what your answer is on what I said. Are you going kind of Minnesota way, or are you kind of going St. Louis way? Who's winning this series?
St. Louis in 7. It's going to go right to the end.
Now, one of the most improved teams is the Los Angeles Kings, and what a season they had. Absolutely an unbelievable season. And as I look at Los Angeles and as I look at Edmonton, this is going to be a slugfest. I'm picking actually Edmonton just because the team they have around, and I think if they lose, I think it's going to go back to coaching, players, what's next for them. I think this is a must-win series for the Oilers. The Oilers are going to win in 6. But, if Jonathan Quick is quick with those pucks, saving those pucks, it could go the other way, folks. It could go the other way. I want to see Edmonton win. I want to see Edmonton improve in the playoffs. I want to see them kind of be on the map for once, Last time they were actually a good team is when they had the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky was the greatest player to ever play in the NHL, and it would be nice to see the Oilers at least move on from round 1 and at least go maybe second round or their Western Conference Finals. I'm picking the Oilers on this one myself. Let's go with Johnny B. Good. What do you say on this one? This might be a really good series.
Yeah, I mean, I love all the Canadian teams. Got to go with the Canadian teams. I love the Oilers. I don't love their playoff history in the goaltending. I mean, Smith has gotten better the last little bit here. Jonathan Quick is the better goalie. I think he's underrated. He's still, to me, one of the best in the league. But I'm going to go with the Oilers. The addition of Evander Kane has made them that little bit better. So they're not just depending on Draisaitl and McDavid. So I'm going to give the goal-scoring edge to Edmonton to win this series. I'm going to say 6 games, Edmonton.
Ing?
I want the Sicilian to answer first, please.
Well, I've got to root for the Canadian team. I was thinking Edmonton in 6. If they can win their first one, I think that's the spark that they're going to need. But you can't underestimate Los Angeles. They've had probably one of their better seasons in a while. So they want it just as bad, but I'm going to go with Edmonton, and I'm if we can get McDavid firing, because when that guy's on fire, man, there's no stopping him. He's got speed. He's a sniper. If you can feed him, or if he can feed the puck to, one of his wingers, I think it's going to be Edmonton in 6.
Rita?
Well, I'm going to say Los Angeles, and it's going to be done in 6 games.
Wow. Was not expected to hear that.
Well,
people
I know,
in Saskatchewan are very strange sometimes. They're really strange, some people down there. Always the opposite. Always the opposite. Now,
Hey,
do you want?
But who's been right so far?
We can't say nothing now. You take over the show now. No, hey, I really thought you were going to go with Edmonton, but hey, everybody has an opinion. And are you saying Los Angeles just because the improvements they've had off season and season, or what is it? You pick at Los Angeles over Edmonton? Because remember, the 2 first games are in Edmonton, Alberta.
They have improved a lot, but I think Edmonton's not going to give it their all for some reason. I don't know why. I just get that gut feeling.
They have it it's the history. Edmonton doesn't have a good playoff history.
No, they don't.
But you know what? I think that addition of Evander Kane has given them
For sure.
boost all the other lines. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is a must. This is a must-win series for the Oilers.
Absolutely.
they're in the same boat as the Leafs. They have to win the first
Oh,
round.
yeah, Draisaitl,
Exactly.
McDavid, Mike Smith. You got so many great players, and if they can't find to win this, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to open up the book and start trading this guy and trading that guy and trading this guy and starting all over again. Because you cannot have every year make the playoffs or miss the playoffs. One of the two, make it or miss it. Make it. It's not about that. You got all these players. There's no excuse. Yeah, goaltending, okay, but it's not about goaltending too. It's about scoring. It's about providing. It's about selling those seats, making the fans going crazy, anxious. You want to see Edmonton on the map, and I'm telling you right now, the Oilers have to win this series, and they're going to win in 6. Tyler, what are your thoughts on this one?
I want Edmonton in 6 too. I mean, I'm usually not a guy to go for the Canadian hometown team, but I'm just going to say Edmonton in 6 just because of Connor McDavid. I like Connor McDavid a lot, and I really hope he has a successful career, so I'm just going to say Edmonton.
As my good friend was in Edmonton, Alberta, let's say a week ago, Oilers clinched a playoff spot, and I told him, if you don't mind, get an Oilers hat for me. So he's in Edmonton, Alberta, and he got me this really fancy Oilers hat. That was
Nice, the orange.
amazing. The orange
Love it.
hat. So I got that from Edmonton. I smell the arena. I smell Alberta, and I smell Game 6. They're gonna win.
Does it smell like oil?
You smell like
Smell
oil.
victory.
It does. It has a funky smell. It really does. You guys want to take a whiff?
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I got that from Edmonton, Alberta, when he went for the Oilers. When the Oilers defeated the Avalanche 6-3, the final. That was
Not a great smell in the city of Edmonton.
It smells like pollution.
Yeah, I was gonna.
What does Ing think? I mean, he wanted me to answer, but he never answered.
I know. I don't know.
No. Here's the thing, Sicilian, because you brought up Bobby Orr, and that's why you like the Bostons in their first playoff game. If you would have picked Los Angeles, I would have called you out and say that Gretzky did way better with Edmonton. But you picked Edmonton, so no. But here's the thing. I think Edmonton is better defense-wise, and we know in the playoffs the best defensive team makes it. And I think
Defense wins championships.
Yeah.
And gold.
So I'm with my best
Teams
friend
make
Sicilian.
the championships.
Edmonton. Yeah.
You know, I think all of these games are going to be really good.
Mhm.
I want to talk about another improved team, and that is the New York Rangers.
Yeah.
What a season they've had. I'm talking about a season that people were saying they're a rebuild team. They're not making the postseason for another couple of years. They're in the playoffs. They're playing against the Penguins, and I pray to God that the Rangers win the series. Never liked Pittsburgh. Crosby's the most overrated player in the National Hockey League. He cries like a baby. He gets everything he wants.
How
He's a
dare you?
bum.
He has 2 gold medals.
I don't care if he has gold
Gretzky
medals
has
or
a
he
gold
doesn't have
medal.
gold medals. I don't care if he does or doesn't. The guy whines so much. I hope the
Gretzky
Rangers,
wanted it. That's
I
why he
hope the
took
Rangers-
Petrucci to
Oh.
Italy to the
I hope
Winter
they
Olympics.
stomp over the Penguins, and I hope they stomp over Evgeny Malkin and the rest of the group. I'm picking the Rangers, and I'm going in 6 with the New York Rangers on that one.
I like Crosby, so I'm gonna go Penguins in 7.
After he just slammed him.
I love you, Joe, but Tyler's right.
We'll see
Thank you.
We'll see if he's right. Right. Sicilian, two good hockey teams. Played in the playoffs before.
And again, that's going to be the fight right to the bitter end. This is not going to be a short run series. It's going to be a tough series. Both teams are aggressive. They got some really good players and some depth in both teams. And with the New York Rangers on, again, really on a roll, this is going to go 7 games as far as I'm concerned. And it's not going to be one of those games where they're just going to play hockey. There's going to be people that are going to get frustrated, and people are going to take cheap shots at their best, Crosby, and what that leads into. The New York Rangers know how to get under their skin, and this is probably going to be one of the more interesting series of all the playoffs. And it's going to go 7 games, but I'm going to call the Rangers in 7.
Interesting.
I agree with you there too. I'm going with the Rangers. Again, I think the Rangers have the edge in goaltending. They both got good firepower, but defense and goaltending, the Rangers have the edge. I would say the Rangers in 6 as well. I'm not typically a New York fan in any sport, but I'm going with I think the Rangers will win this one.
Now, I like New York fans. I actually do.
Yeah, they've got the edge in goaltending, defense, and they're both equal in firepower. But I think the Rangers will finally get over the hump and win this year.
I think Zibanejad is actually an underrated player in my eyes.
Yep.
Really underrated, and I think
He's done a great job for him.
He's going to show up in the playoffs. I wish Zuccarello was there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Zuccarello left and he got traded over. Again, it's going to be we're using that slugfest. Yeah, I think Sicilian is right. I said 6, but hey, it could go 7. I think it's going to be a tough battle. I think it's going to be like the Montreal Canadiens against the Boston Bruins. You're going to see blood. You're going to see fight. You're going to see that Ty Domi go in there and be aggressive. You're going to see that Zdeno Chara chucking Brian McCabe half across the ice. It's going to be a good series. I'm looking forward to the series, actually, very much so.
I thought you were talking about the Boston series.
I brought the example Boston, Montreal. It's like going to be that.
You're talking about Marchand and the other guys.
Bergeron?
Those guys.
I like Jake DePrust. And a lot of people say, why do you like Jake DePrust? I think he's an all-around player, phenomenal guy, good guy off the locker room, and just good player, good teammate, really good teammates.
Why'd you have to bring up my favorite Boston player, man? I like Brad Marchand.
I don't like he's an interesting fella, He's
That's
a guy.
the reason why I like him, though.
Say what?
That's the reason why I like him, because he's interesting.
Very, very cocky too.
Right. Hey, I don't mind that in an athlete, though. If they can back it up, I don't mind that.
Amen to that. That's why he is, performing on ice. He's full of himself. Yeah.
Washington Capitals and the Florida Panthers. The best team in the league are the Panthers, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? The Florida Panthers haven't won a season in a very long time, over a decade. Okay. And this is the same thing with Edmonton. with Toronto. Again, this is a must-win series for the Panthers. If the Panthers don't put up a fight and win this series, the regular season is to be nothing but this piece of paper, shred it up, and throw it in the garbage and say, let's start trading off Barkov. Let's start trading off this guy. They got to win this series. Now, I hope to God that Alexander Ovechkin and the Russian brute that can get this series and beat the Panthers. I like Ovechkin. I've always liked Ovechkin. In my eyes, Ovechkin is a lot better than Crosby. Guy puts his heart in, puts his A game. He's going to break Wayne Gretzky's record in goals. It's coming very soon. Again, I'm picking the Panthers to win in 6. I hope I'm wrong, but it might be another tough series. You never know with Washington. Washington on the road. They're one of the best teams on the road, folks. One of the best teams. You know?
Isn't Chara in Washington too?
No, Chara is in New York, and the Islanders looked like it was final game yesterday as the referees, players came over and shook his hand, and I think that was the final goodbye for Zdeno Chara.
I'm surprised he's still going. I thought he was going to retire when he left Boston.
I mean, everybody growing up used to say I look like Zdeno Chara, so I mean, he was one of my favorite players.
Are you Slovakian?
No, I have no Slovakian
17
background at all.
You have his neck, kind of. You have a long neck, so that can go.
It was
Oh,
7.
and you kind of have the same skin tone as him, you know. Yeah, you're taller too. Yeah, a little bit, not exactly. Maybe you're his adopted son or father. You never know. Who knows? Who knows? Right?
I mean, I'm only 6'1", man. He's 7 foot on skates.
I was going to say, 7'1" on skates. He towered over everybody.
When I saw him play in Toronto, the Air Canada Center was the Air Canada Center. The guy was like a giraffe, just crazy Sicilian. Like it was scary, and I was just like 12, 13. I was petrified of this guy. I thought this guy was actually going to come over and beat the living crap out of me. His stick is from, I swear to God, from here over there. He can reach the puck from at least a quarter of the width of the ice.
That's why it was defense. He had the reach.
A beast. The people hate on Chara. You know, Chara should have retired 10 years ago. Chara is a guy that you want in the locker room, like Tom.
I know. I was an Ottawa Senators fan, and I liked him. I hated to see him leave for Boston, but I liked him. It's one of those guys, you love him when he's on your team, but you hate playing against him.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as the Florida series and Washington, I think some of those guys should have retired a while ago. Panthers will just be too much for them. I see Florida in 5 games. I know they're still new to the playoff, but boy, with the addition of Claude Giroux, they have the veteran experience. So I see them taking out Washington in 5 games.
Sorry, guy, just let's go with just set it on this series.
You know, Johnny couldn't have said it any better. I mean,
He said it pretty good.
Florida is a much younger team. They've been here before. They haven't displayed the moxie that potentially they do have. I think with a little bit more of experience, the fact that they're a younger team, I'm going to say Florida in 6.
Question for you guys. Do you think Washington will put up a hard fight against these Panthers?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, Ovechkin alone, he's going to put up a nice fight in the goal scoring department.
I think they'll try, but I think the bulk of the Capitals is still the Stanley Cup team from a few years ago. So they still have Oshie and Backstrom and Ovechkin. So I mean, yeah, those are great players, but
Absolutely,
they're all past the retirements, I think.
Yeah. I think Florida is just going to be too much for them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Florida's just going to be too much. I mean, they've been all year so strong, and they're the reason they're the top team in the league. So, or one of the top. So
Yeah.
I just don't see Washington having the firepower to match them, or the goaltending. So,
Hi, Coach Love. You know, Colorado is an interesting team. And why I'm saying interesting because the last couple of years they should have went on and won the Stanley Cup. It's like the Blue Jays a few years ago, 2016, 2017. They had everything. They had goaltending. They had Grubauer. Grubauer went to Seattle all just because of the money. This team has everything on the table. They got Makar. They got Nazem Kadri, Nathan McKinnon. I can go on forever, We go all night. Again, I'm picking the Avalanche to win in 5. I think Nashville wins 1 in Nashville, but I think they're way too good. I don't see any fight with Nashville. To be honest, I think Nashville got unlucky. They got unlucky. Okay, it's a wild card. That wild card thing, the 1 and 2 seed is absolutely screwed up. It should go 1 to 8. Remember about maybe a month ago now, we were looking at the standings 2013, 2014. It was 1 to 8. A lot of these teams that you see, like just the standings now, there should be teams that are in the playoffs but not in the playoffs.
Yeah. Vegas and Vancouver just missed some.
Right. So,
but that's the thing, Joe. Even a wild card can be a motivation, especially in the first round.
Absolutely, they can. Go for like the Baltimore Ravens for a sec. They're a wild card team, and they won the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers, the Cincinnati Bengals. They were a wild card team.
Right to the heart. Right to the heart.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, Johnny. Be good. It's just, yeah, Ing is right.
No, he did.
But there shouldn't be wild card teams in hockey.
Right.
Should I call 911? Are you okay?
Okay. I'm staggering, but I'm still here.
Well, at least he's dressed. He's ready and dressed for his funeral.
Let me feel your pulse once you're on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm dressed too. I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. The pulse is still going. I'm still around. Okay.
Trying to be good will outlive me. I know that for a fact.
Avalanche 1 and 5, and I'm sure most of you guys agree. And I hope.
Yeah.
I
just would like to see Nathan McKinnon get to the Stanley Cup round. I think he's like Crosby. He's been around for a while. He deserves to be there. Great Canadian. Colorado, like you said, last year they had a great team. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get. What did they lose to? Was it St. Louis? No, I can't remember now. They couldn't get through. Oh, Vegas. They couldn't get through to the final round. But I think this year again they've got the team. They just look solid from top to bottom to get to the Stanley Cup round.
Yeah. As Coach Love says, "Wow, looking good, Johnny."
I'll say.
Shout out to Coach
Is
Love.
it the hat? I added the hat. Maybe that's
Coach Love just saying Johnny Be Good is married. He is married. He's taken it. Saying.
Don't get in the middle, Joe. We all
Colorado in 5.
We all grown up.
The Avalanche in 5 games.
Yeah, no disagreement.
Well, not only that,
there.
Nashville lost their goalie. Didn't Saros just get injured in the last game of the year? So they're going to be. I'm not even sure who's goaltending for.
I don't know. There hasn't been any. I haven't seen anything on NHL.com. Bet report. I haven't seen anything. So as far as I know, I think the backup is playing for at least game 1. So that's another.
You're the backup goalie going against the top team. Welcome to the NHL.
Yeah, welcome to the NHL. Final one, folks, for the series of round 1. You got the Dallas Stars and Calgary Flames. And again, the Flames had a phenomenal season. Absolutely phenomenal. You got 2 Alberta teams in the playoffs. 2 Alberta teams, You got Markstrom, and you got Mike Smith, And I really hope that the Flames do win the series. I do like Calgary. I like their fans. I think they're really, really good fans. And I think this team could go far in the playoffs. Wouldn't you like to see a Western Conference final, the Flames against the Oilers and the Leafs against, let's say, I don't know,
Boston
or the Rangers, and those one of the 2 Canadian teams win it? Because it's been a while since the last Canadian team won it. Last time was the Montreal Canadiens in 93.
Montreal Canadiens, yeah.
That's right, Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, baby.
I remember.
So, I'm picking Calgary. I'm picking actually Calgary in 6.
Calgary
Calgary all the way, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Calgary's had a great season. It looked superior. Again, picking up Markstrom for goaltending. That was the one thing they've been missing the other years. They just had, the goaltending was terrible with Rittich, who ironically would probably start for Nashville. But yeah, Calgary, I can see them taking the Flames. I'll say 6 in 6 games. Maybe even 5.
Calgary in 5.
Ing, Sicilian, Rita.
I think Calgary in 5. They're gonna, they missed the playoffs last year. They got a chance. They're going to be hungry. They've got a great crowd of supporters, and I really believe that Calgary's going to do it in 5.
Yes, sir.
I disagree. Calgary's going to lose in 5.
Oh, what are you doing?
Sicilian, do you
Make a
know?
note. Please make a note.
He's picked no
Sicilian.
Canadian team. He has no faith in Canada.
That's twice.
No.
She's married
Wait,
my
I gotta write this down. No, I'm writing
office.
this down. She must not like Alberta. I'm writing this down, Rita. This is unacceptable. Wow.
No.
You write it down, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
So let me ask a question to
No
Sicilian.
Canadian team.
Yes. Ing, you have the floor to Sicilian. Go ahead, Ing.
Sicilian, who owns the Dallas Stars?
I don't know.
Is it the same guy that owns the Mavericks?
No. Tom
That's Cuban,
Gallardi
isn't it?
from Vancouver. Tom
Cuban.
Gallardi, who is half German, half Italian. If he sees you pick the Calgary, I only pick the Dallas Stars because if Tom Gallardi sees me saying anything else,
Well, Dallas
no
does
lo-
have a good group.
he used to be part owner of Vancouver Canucks.
Oh, wow.
And then he
Will
went
no
to
longer
court
be-
against Aquilini. Do you remember? It was 2005 to 8. And after that, he got so pissed off, he bought the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars are owned by a Vancouver businessman.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If you don't
I
pick the
worked for
Dallas
him.
Stars,
For several years.
if you don't
Well, I
pick
said
the
they have a
Dallas
good
Stars,
coach.
then you're no longer
When he
British
was
Columbia.
part owner of the Vancouver Canucks, I was allowed to go, up in their booth, like with the window and everything, free drinks, everything. And he
That's why
wanted
I
to
remember it.
he wanted to take over. Yeah, well, listen, alcohol will always help. No, but he wanted to actually turn the whole the garage here in Vancouver, the stadium. He wanted to turn it all around and put businesses in and stuff. And then the Aquilini pushed him out. He lost in court, and he bought Dallas Stars.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah. Well, so please pick
Well,
Dallas
good for
Stars.
him. Good for him. I'm not an Aquilini fan anyway.
Well, listen, no one is, especially in
Calgary.
BC. Calgary doesn't know BC. They don't give a fuck about us. That's it. Hey, but but it's owned by a Vancouver, right?
Well, Calgary's always had the scoring and the firepower. What they were missing was the goaltending, and now they've taken care of that. So I can see them getting through the first round to the next level. Dallas is struggling a little bit in the pipes and defense, so that could be their downfall.
Well, they made that first or second wild card. One of the two. Let me look at that. I think the Stars made it. First wild card spot.
Yeah, they just made it in past to Vegas there.
So let's see.
All right. I'm going to take off for the night, guys. I got to get some sleep because I got to be up early tomorrow.
You take
Thanks
care.
for
Thank you, Tyler.
coming, Tyler. Good to see you.
Pleasure.
It was great to see you guys. Thank you, Joe.
Later,
I
Tyler.
appreciate you having me on.
No problem, my friend. Anytime, brother. Take care of yourself and say hello to the girlfriend.
Yeah, I will for sure.
You're gonna hit on his girlfriend now? Okay, well.
The Stars actually made it their first in the walk at 98 points, 6 overtime losses, 46 wins and 30 losses. They're 19-22 on their away, and they're home 27-10-4. So they're better at home. Should be interesting. Should be an interesting series, and I'm looking forward to a lot of them, especially Toronto and Tampa. That's the one I'm nervous, anxiety.
Excited, nervous.
It's
Going
better not
against the
do-
defending champs. I mean, that's a tough one out of the gate.
See, everyone wanted to see Boston, Toronto, but I said history repeats itself, and I rather play a different team. I rather play Tampa Bay. I really think Tampa and Toronto are actually very close with each other. Tampa has a couple big guys, but I think with Stamkos, Matthews, Marner, you got who's the other Tampa Bay guy? He's Russian. What's it called?
I was saying Vasilevsky, but that's right.
Andrei Vasilevsky, the Russian brute. I don't remember the other guy now.
Braden Point, is that your?
Kucherov.
Oh, Kucherov, yeah. Braden Point, Kucherov. I mean, they got dynamic scoring. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Question: why is everyone dressed nice? Well, it's April 30th, and I'm not sure if you've heard the news, but I'll announce it a couple more times. I am actually going on a trip for 2.5 months to back home to Lebanon, and I told everybody, let's change up the scenery on Joe's Sports Channel. So we all got dressed for, the great Booni believers and all my great fans and supporters from Sicilian, from Rita, from my beautiful father, and Johnny Be Good and Ing and myself especially. So that's why, just something different, and just appreciate all this. I don't take anything for granted. I really don't.
I dress for Coach Love.
Yeah. You do?
I didn't know she would come.
Where is Rita? I could not see her. Much love, Rita, my sweet.
No, you have your hair
is.
up in the back. She thinks
She can't see me.
you have to
I don't
let
know.
your hair down.
Maybe she couldn't see because of the schedule was up.
Oh,
Maybe.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I think just the way it was, because I couldn't see you for a little bit, Joe. Just the way you had us all in a row.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
I gotta go, guys.
We're back. You can see us now.
We'll talk to you guys later. I gotta go.
Thank
I
you.
have to bed.
Thanks for coming. Good to see you, sir.
Take
Okay,
care.
see
Good to
you.
see you.
See you
Take
next
care.
time, guys.
See ya.
You bet. Be blessed.
I do have a question for actually all of you guys. We've got about, let's say 10, 15 more minutes. And my question is actually, has nothing to do with sports. And I want to go from Rita to Sicilian to Johnny B.
Oh,
Good.
don't make me cry.
No, it's just a question. It's something I want to ask. I've asked it before on air, but it's a while ago now. If you could change one thing in this world into the better, what would it be and why, and how would you do so?
If I could change one thing in the world,
One thing in the world into the better, what would it be, and how so?
Can't be politics like get rid of Trudeau or Biden.
No.
Okay.
It could be anything, but let's talk more reality-wise. Okay.
I would like to see bullying stopped in schools. Excuse me, not just in schools, but on social media. And how would I do it? Really go after the bullies and make them pay for it. Make them pay for people's counseling that they're going to need. Did I disappear or did everybody?
No, you
No.
kind of
You're making us think. We're thinking.
Yes.
make us
Okay.
Okay, I really like that. I've asked a lot of people that off air, like friends and just cousins of mine, and I've never heard that. So very interesting. Thanks for sharing with us, Sicilian, my friend.
Well, I knew the answer right away, and I think that if we can bring just a general consensus of kindness to people's hearts, generally, across the globe, because when you have kindness in your heart, there's good discussion. We just don't have enough kindness in our hearts these days, and the world is really messed up. The last 2 years have been a psychological array of roller coaster rides that just unbearable to the human, um, just the way the human mind thinks, and with the media, the way they report, and social media has been, I think, very dangerous to how people think, and it's caused a lot of unrest in people's hearts. So if I could just change one thing, that would be to bring kindness into people's hearts, so that people can better communicate with that kindness in their hearts, because that's really what it's all about, you guys, because we're not here for a long time, we're here for a short time. I've lived a few lifetimes to know that when you have kindness in your heart and you treat people with kindness, you get it back. And, you get the oddball here and there, but even with the oddballs that I've come across, I've used kindness in my way of working. And it's worked for me. But I think primarily is because I do have God in my heart, and that's what makes me kind, and that's what makes me listen more than speak. And of course, there's that beginning of a relationship. Even though it started rocky, people start to know who you're about, and they feel kindness, they listen to kindness, and of course, at the end, the result is a kinder world.
Mhm.
Well said. I couldn't agree with you more on that, my friend. I think kindness is a big factor in this world, and again, we don't see enough kindness, and there is a lot of good people out there, and I always say they're hidden behind those closed doors and those closets. They're scared to come out because they're scared they're going to be judged. And we go back to Rita, bullying. Bullying is unacceptable. I was bullied as a kid. I know I've gone through it. It's very tough, very challenging. There's a lot of suicides out there. A lot of people don't talk about suicides, helping people, mental health, a lot of that. Johnny, be good. Any words, my friend?
Yeah, I agree with what was said there, and for me, I would just add respect. I was debating respect, love, kindness. I mean, yeah, all those things, and no matter where you are in the world, what religion you are, again, I think on this earth, we're all here to get along, to respect one another. Whether you're a world leader, we'd hope that they have more respect for us down here at the lower levels. But just even amongst the people we interact with on every day, just to show more love and respect for each other.
My friend Ing.
We took all the good answers.
Yeah, they're all good. You're muted, my friend. You're muted.
That, when I'm done, you will say, him being muted was a blessing. No, no. Here's the thing. I don't have an answer. The wrong guy to ask. I'm very bitter in my core, but I try to see the good thing in people. And what gives me hope every day is my kids, and I wish everyone would love their kids as much as I do.
Yeah. You can. Starts with love and respect, even with your children, with the people around you, and emanates from there. Yeah.
Johnny, be good. I know you will believe me, but my kids, 20 and 16-year-old, are better men than I ever was already. And that
you should be proud of your kids.
I had my wife to raise them as well as my son. They're my only blessing in life.
She raised you too.
Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your culture. And
she's still a foreigner to me. When I met her, she was Japanese, never seen her before. Now I'm married 32 years. She's still a stranger to me. That's how you be polite to each other. No, but I have to say, family is what counts.
Yes.
100%. 100%. And as I answer my question, as I asked you guys, racism, a lot of race out there. A lot of
put yourself on middle screen like you put us all the time. Go ahead.
Racism, ladies and gentlemen, treating everybody equally, doesn't matter what skin color you are. It's all about the inside. I see a lot of things on the news. I see a lot of things just here in public, just local here, treating people differently. I actually have a short story to actually share with you guys, and it's actually acceptable to this question I asked. My grandmother, a few years ago, went to the grocery store over here at Freshco, and my grandmother is covered up. She wears the hijab and all that, and she doesn't wear the just wear the hijab. And this it was like a buy one get one free. These chocolates, and the lady said to my grandmother, "Somebody's pretty loud in the background. Yelling."
Let's all mute. No, it's gone. It's gone.
Anyways, she said these items are already taken. A grocery store does not say that. A worker does not say that. A customer usually that's pick and choose. You pick it up. There's no things on hold. They don't put things on hold. If it's there, you pick it up. And then my grandmother said okay. And then my grandmother was going down the aisles, and there's this other person came picked it up, and as she picked it up, the lady, there were still about 4 or 5. The lady came in front of my grandmother like this. No. Sold out. So my grandmother came fuming over to my mother's house over here. And she said to the lady that she won't let me buy these items. So my mother went over to the grocery store and talked to the manager. And this lady was actually complained before because she was being racist to Muslims and to Jewish people, and she wouldn't let them buy anything. And she was Filipino, an immigrant here. So that's one thing that I wanted to say, and I have never said that yet. And every time I hear races, it gets me fuming when somebody like that does such a thing like that. It's
And you know what, Joe? That's somebody that doesn't have any kind of empathy or kindness in their hearts.
Yeah.
And it's just going to mirror what Johnny Be Good said, that kindness encompasses respect, love, empathy, listening. All of these things encompass kindness.
Mhm.
And we really lack that in the world today. And this is why we have discriminatory issues, we have bullying issues, we have hateful speech by our own leaders. We won't get into that.
Yeah.
But it's incredible what people who are leaders in this world, who actually break the cardinal rule of using hate.
Yep.
That if it was anyone on this panel using that type of language to convey to the general public, and I don't give a damn if you're white, black, yellow, what creed, you just do not make those statements. So it's really disheartening when you watch somebody who's a leader using hateful comments. And I kind of think about people like, and I don't want to say that he was being hateful, but when lately the word "you people," and it depends on the context of "you people." What does that really mean? And it's open to interpretation.
It's derogatory no matter how you put it.
It is derogatory, and you have to be careful when you use "you people." And just as of recent time, I heard that statement being made by our Prime Minister, "you people." And it was threatening, it was demeaning, it was absolutely uncalled for with somebody with a background such as that. Because sometimes we're given a little bit of leeway when we use that term, because we're just people. We don't have high profiles in society. When you are in a high profile position, as I have been in my past, I have to be very careful on how I chose my words, and more importantly, extremely careful in how I typed my words to the general population of a company, for instance.
Mhm.
So I'm quite aware of what I can say, what I can say, and how to say it. So, again, I think
Without insulting anybody.
exactly. And I think we should all be careful as when we say something to really consider what it is that you're going to say. I mean, the mind can work at warp speed, and you know what you're about to say, and you can correct the way you say it as you're thinking about it and about to portray it and convey it to the public in front of you, or just generally. So again, a really, really good question, Joe, and I'm really pleased with how some of the panel members have responded, because it's something that we all, including me, have to continue doing, as being kind and being respectful and being careful with how we say things to one another. Because even though we might be joking or it was just a one-off, you could be insulting people without even knowing it.
But can I ask you a question, Sicilian? Doesn't the majority have more than the minority? It's like the opposite. The minority mean more than the majority. What happened to the majority? You can't say, like, I'm talking about anything today. If he says something, oh, you're insulting me, you're insulting me, you're insulting me.
It's
That's the
a very,
minority. Where's
it's
the
a very-
majority? The majority is saying,
Yeah.
no, you're right, Joe. You're right, sister. Yeah, you're right, Rita. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, you're right, Johnny. Be good. That's the majority. It's the minority. Oh, he touched me like this. Oh, he did this. I gotta be careful. I'm so sick and tired of that. I'm
Well,
tired.
we do have a very sensitive society and a movement that's been happening for a few years now. Some things that 10 years ago we couldn't talk about openly today. So people that we couldn't talk openly about 10 years ago today are extremely sensitive as to what we do say. So. There was somebody in the chat that mentioned mental illness, and that's something that we don't talk about enough. And mental illness is a very big thing today in this world, and there's so many of us that are uneducated with mental illness, how to deal with it. And all of the fallout that comes from mental illness. These are really normal people. They're like normal in the sense that they were all created in the image of God. They're normal people. They just have a different way of dealing with their mental state of mind and how they, interpret things that are being said, and how, and when they talk, a lot of people treat these people differently, and they shouldn't be treated differently. But we do need more awareness with mental illness. And, kindness comes into play when you're dealing with mental illness, something that we just don't practice day in and day out. And we should become a little more educated and find the time to be educated about these types of things. We don't know enough about mental illness. We don't know enough about, being of a different gender or liking or loving or marrying the same gender. We are not equipped. Many of us are not equipped with the knowledge and the education that it takes to understand and just, accept. Again, kindness, acceptance. They all fall into play with one another. But I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to go on and on and on.
Absolutely. Cecilian, I couldn't agree with you more. You said it perfectly, with no script. You said exactly the way I want to hear from our damn prime minister, but our prime minister can't even do that.
No.
It's so.
He's accountable to nobody.
He's so he fumes me, like just the stuff that he says, and like the word "you people." You can use that in different phrases. You people. The other day at the grocery store, a guy says, because about Ramadan, the month of Ramadan. He says, I love you people. You're amazing people. I didn't take an insult to that. I'm going to go tell the manager, oh, now he's insulting me. I'm going to press charges on that. No.
Yeah, exactly.
What Don Cherry said
Yeah.
was totally what companies
It ruined his path to his career. I don't give a crap what anybody says. I love Don Cherry. I love what he stands for. He's no bullshit, no funny, he says it like it is. And to some degree, I don't like to compare him to Trump, but Trump, had a problem with his filters. But Trump said it like, he doesn't have any filters. But and that's all I'm going to say on that. But Don Cherry got the bad end of the stick on that deal. Got thrown under the bus again. Somebody who called in and said he's identifying this group, which is absolute bullshit. And I'll tell you, Joe, I am going to try very, very, very hard over the 2 months that you're gone to get in touch with Don Cherry personally. And I want him to come on here because I think he's a wonderful human being.
Yes.
He has gone through a lot in his life, with losing his wife first. Then he lost his best friend, his dog.
Blue.
The only reason I really watched hockey was because of Coach's Corner.
Yeah.
And and when Don Cherry left, that luster for me, it was gone. That was my funeral for, not really watching hockey like I do. I wait now till the playoffs when it's the bitter end. That's when I get involved. But, I'll tell you something. On those intermissions, on that first intermission, I always miss my dear, I'll call him my brother, Don Cherry.
Yep, it's not the same without Don Cherry.
It's not the same. And it won't ever be the same. It won't ever be the same. God bless you, Don, wherever you are, if you're listening.
Thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And that's the perfect way to end the show tonight. And, just one last thing with Don Cherry, just a man that loved hockey, kissed Nazem Kadri on the cheek on Coach's Corner. If you guys don't believe that, I can bring that up or Google it. Nazem Kadri was on Coach's Corner. He kissed the living crap out of his cheek like his own son.
Absolutely.
You call him, he should be fired. He should be fired. The people should be fired. Those people who think he should be fired. But,
totally.
Hey, everybody. Again, you got to be careful what you say. The other day, you people, I love the Muslims. I didn't take anything bad about that, right? So,
we love you, Joe.
I love you too. I love you guys very much. And, do you guys have any last words before we end the show?
I just
Thank you for
curious if
hosting.
anybody watched the NFL draft today or the final days of the NFL draft.
No.
I watched a little bit of the NFL draft, and I'm gonna see.
Packers got receivers.
I know the Packers finally got some receivers. After the day.
Joe, do a show tomorrow. Just going over it.
I could. So let me tell you guys. So next Saturday, I will not be broadcast. I have an engagement, but maybe Friday or Sunday, or maybe something during the week. If you guys want to come back for the final show before I leave back home, you guys are more than welcome to. I will be doing at least one more show, if not more than one.
Just send me a link, Joe, when you're doing it.
I will.
Because I can somehow calculate my schedule around your link that you send.
Okay, because I do want to see you guys at least one more time before I go.
Joe, are you going to stream the playoff games? Maybe we should.
I am going to absolutely. I'm going to stream the Toronto Leafs game.
Nice, yeah.
As long as I'm here, I'll be streaming the Leafs games, and I'm looking forward to Monday night. It's going to be fun. I'm gonna really, really miss you guys. I'm gonna
And
miss.
it won't be live. It will be just the few of us on StreamYard. Like it's not on YouTube. We do it. Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna miss the most, guys, out of this whole thing going on this trip? I'm gonna miss messaging Cecilia and messaging Ang and saying we got 30 minutes left. Come 30 minutes before so I can tell you guys what happened on the show. Or
I'm always late.
Time Cecilia in the morning. Hey brother, you coming on the show tonight? Those are the things I'm gonna really miss. The small things. Those are the things that matter the most. This matters for sure, but it's the small things that I see Cecilia in the morning with that coffee mug, drinking away, or Ang with the hair going
It's
crazy.
2 months, Joe. You will be back in no time, and we will wait.
Oh, for sure.
May 13th, August 4th. So about 2.5 months or so, a little bit more than 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It'll be good for you, Joe. It'll give you a chance to rekindle your roots with your culture. And, I wish I was in your shoes to experience it.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be phenomenal, Joe. Not too many people get that opportunity as young as you, and being away from that. 10 years is a long time when you're a young man, a young lad, and you've matured, and you're ahead of your time, Joe, if I can use that term. In terms of your age, you're ahead of your time. I just know there's some really great things in store for you. And you just got to keep chasing your passion as you have. Keep doing what you have been doing. And I wish you nothing but absolute success and many more blessings to come. And I wish I could even be with you in Lebanon, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. Coming from the bottom of my eye, I actually felt, the spirit, your words going into me. Spirit lead me out without your trust. That's a song. That spirit was like the spirit just hit my heart.
That was my whole intent of the delivery, and I'm glad that you've acknowledged that you've actually felt it, because I meant it.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I want to play one more video before we end the show, and I want to show everybody who haven't seen yet King Goose fuming over Austin Matthews. Yeah, we have to.
I love it.
We have to. I have to bring. I have to bring it up. I
gonna adopt your brother, Joe, just so he's away from you. Jesus, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But King, he loves it too. I can tell.
Oh, for sure.
This guy kills me. I've watched it at least 100 times, and I cannot stop watching it. I might even do a duet out of it on TikTok. 60!
Jackass, go home.
60 goal.
That's the team. Talking about the night in the playoffs. This is who you should be going for, not this stupid team.
60 goals.
Not that stupid double Matthews.
Congratulate him at least.
Shave your ugly mustache.
Congratulate
Shave
him.
that ugly face, you ugly piece of shit.
Congratulate him.
No.
Congratulate him.
Oh my God.
Yay. Donkey.
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Just as much as I don't like that stupid guy Brock Lesnar, I don't like Matthews.
Oh yeah.
Go home. Break your ankle.
Wow.
Hey,
Let's break your ankle. Go home.
you like Tom Brady?
Jackass.
Anyways.
This is we were talking about love and respect.
Here's the thing, if you saw Mohammed a month ago, he didn't have that fight. He's doing good, recovering. Yeah, he has the fight.
As I laugh, and I'm doing abs at the gym today. My abs hurt now. My muscles hurt. I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's doing better now. I'm just glad.
Oh, for sure.
He's, you know what? He's been through up and down the battle he's been through, and you know what? Still here today. He's a warrior. You want to talk about an ultimate warrior? He is the ultimate warrior. 13 plus heart surgeries, You know,
Wow.
he had his head. The guy's been through everything, and you know what? He's still with us and has that kind of energy. Very few people can actually witness something like this. So, guys, once again, I love you all seriously from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you guys nothing but success, and hopefully we'll see you very soon. From Sicilian, thank you so much, seriously, for taking the time.
Good to
and
see you
effort
again, Sicilian.
Show.
And Johnny B.
Brother.
Rita is here
Rita,
every day.
Rita, I don't know how to put these words, put them into a book, but
I'm doing this before you do it. There you go.
you've been such a great supporter from day one, not only on here but backstage watching the Toronto Maple Leafs, talking about just life things, not just sports but everything. And you've been on my corner the whole ways. And when I've been down and out, you've called me and you've been by my side. And I really, really just thank you. I will never take that for granted, and that really means a lot. So thank you so much. Johnny, be good.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah. Johnny, be good. You're a man that is wise, that I respect and love and look up to. And last Saturday, when I was invited to the convention center, my heart really touched everything. You mean a lot to me. You're a good man, a wise man, a great husband, and great father figure. And I hope all the best for you, my friend. Hopefully, we can have another coffee sometime. Maybe
Yeah,
next
sure,
week.
absolutely. Well, as I was saying, you'll be back just in time for the NFL preseason.
Yeah.
So
What a way to
exciting times ahead when you return.
Yeah. And the man that I love, Ing. I might cry for this one. I'm gonna try to not cry.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
I don't get emotional, but Ing, I am really, really, really grateful that I've connected with you on Discord, from the RDA network, from everyone, but especially the RDA network. You've been in my corner, my friend, for a very long time. When we first met, I know there was a connection there. We connected somehow, and you kept coming to my shows and messaging me. And I said, let's make that phone call. You made that phone call. That's when we reunited and we became best friends. And again, watching the Leafs game with all you guys, and when Cecilia King come up, it's a blessing. So thank you so much, brother. I
Thank you too.
Thank you. As I take my hat off, I'll cap
You
it off.
inspire me. I was about to become a serial killer till I met you. No, but you're an inspiration to me. You're now 22?
I'm 22.
Oh, man. You're the better man already. Love you. Love you for it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Cecilia.
You haven't talked to Sicilian yet.
I did. I told him.
Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. I
That
only
was the
remember
first
the
one.
last 12 minutes.
It's Sicilian. Sicilian. There was Rita. There was Johnny Be Good, and there was last Ing.
Those are tears of joy, Ing, and that's a good feeling, buddy.
Absolutely.
It tells us that you're a beautiful human being down to the core.
There we go.
I need it in writing for my mom and my wife. Please.
Not a problem. I can do it eloquently for
listen,
you.
My mom and my wife are the women in my life that tell me what direction to go. But Sicilian, always good to see you.
Blessings to you, Ing.
And
blessings to everybody on the panel here tonight.
And in
You
chat.
too.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good
See you,
night.
Guys.
Take care.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
See ya. Take care.
Folks, it's really hitting me now as I love what I do. I love this job so much. I'm not going to try to calm myself down. That'd be a sucky baby. It's okay for men to cry, they say. As I just look at this, everything I have here, all this is what I love. This is what I want. I've been doing this for a very long time. And I know it doesn't sound long, 2.5 months or 3 months or so. It does to me in my heart because every Saturday I'm preparing for Joe's Sports Channel. I'm writing everything down, putting paperwork together, trying to get people on the panel, just trying to organize. Sometimes rushing and doing shows like this is amazing. And as I step aside for a bit, and I've never stepped aside this long for Joe's Sports Channel. And I hope when I come back, as if God wants me back here, God is a great. Who knows what's going to happen? I can't say I'm going to come back. It can. It's in God's favor. It's in God's hands. I'm speechless. It's hard to say this, but without all you guys, without God, without my mother, I wouldn't be here. I'm happy who I am. As Sicilian says, Joe, I love you. And his words meant everything. It went to my heart. And I look at Rita for a sec. And Johnny Be Good. And Ing. I'm going to really miss them. And the internet is a wonderful place. For myself, for sure. I watched the Leafs game with them. I'm happy with them. They see me going crazy. My hair's all over the place. That's going to be something I'm going to miss. And as I try over there to watch the Leafs games or stream, I'm going to try. But it's not going to be the same. I'm going to miss coming down here, just looking at the room that I do. I've worked very hard, and I'm very proud of myself. And I'm actually going to give a plug to myself on the back, Very happy of what I did. And tonight's show was really, really good. As I want everybody to remember me as a person that I love people. I respect people. I'm humble. I'm successful as a 22-year-old. But I respect women 110%. Looking into the camera, seeing the Booni believers, smiling as Rita gets emotional, as I get emotional. It's really hard to leave the studio to go to my home country. But I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to come back with great stories, with great sweets, and if I can remember, I will get a nice dish sweet because I know Sicilian likes Lebanese sweets or dishes. I'm going to get Sicilian a nice sweet dish and send it to him from the great city of London, Ontario, Canada, to Vancouver, British Columbia. Just give me a moment, guys. Yeah. I'll see you guys not next week, but maybe the week after, or we'll do something during this time phrase before I go to Lebanon, Beirut. It's been a while for me. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.